Hello and welcome to News 9. I am Nishita, and first up, in the tragic incident, a man named Raghavendra fired bullet into his chest and committed suicide. The incident took place at Taralabalu Road near RT Nagar. Severely injured Raghavendra was then rushed to Columbia Asia Hospital where he was treated for his wounds, but sadly Raghavendra succumbed to his injuries. Raghavendra is the son of retired DCP Ramaya. He pumped the bullet into his chest while still seated inside his vehicle. Meanwhile, RT Nagar police have registered a complaint and investigations are underway. Well, the man that you see in the television screens is Raghavendra. He sat inside his Scorpio vehicle and shot himself in the chest.
ಸುಮಾರು 2 ಗಂಟೆಯಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗುಂಡಿನ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗೆ ಸಾಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆ RT ನಗರ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯ ನಂತರ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸಿಪಿ ಸಂದೀಪ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡಲೇ ಬಂದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿಪಿ ರವಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿದಾಗ ಗಾಡಿದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಗಾಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರದ್ದು ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಯಾವ ತರದ್ದು ಅದು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಳಗೆ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರಿವಾಲ್ವರ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹತ್ತಿರದಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಮಿರರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಮಿರರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೀಟಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಚೀಟಿಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸುಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಕಾಲ್ 2 ಹೆಸರು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್, ಒಬ್ಬರು ವಾಸು ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಅವರ ನೆಂಟರು, ಒಬ್ರು ಕಸಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾವ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ.
Well, my colleague Harish joins us live from the location. Well, Harish, first of all, tell us what exactly happened. Why did he commit suicide? Any such reason coming to light?
Well, in fact, I am at the location where he committed suicide in his Scorpio car. As you can see over there, the car is being currently towed away from the location after the entire Mahajar process has got over. This is the road that's behind the RT Nagar BDA shopping complex, and around 1:30 is when Raghavendra came over here and he parked his car, and after that he asked one of his driver to give a letter to his father. Also around 1:32 is when few localites noticed the gunshots, and then they have informed the police, and he was rushed to Columbia Asia Hospital, but he was declared brought dead over there. What we are learning at this juncture is that Raghavendra, who's aged around 34 years, is son of retired DCP Ramaya, and he has left behind a few letters, one in the car which was addressed to police, and he had given out one contact number of one Manju, and Manju had a few letters with him, with one letter to the police, with another letter to his father and others. In this letter, he has said that it's a suicide that he's committing, and he has also said that the fact that he had borrowed heavily from his friends in his father's name and his name as well, and the fact that he had suffered heavy losses in his business. We are told that he was into lorry business as well as real estate business, and he had suffered heavy losses in these two businesses, and that's the reason he has committed suicide, and he's also left behind a note for his father as well. That is what we are learning at this juncture. Although he was rushed to Columbia Hospital, in the hospital he was declared brought dead, and now the Mahajar process has been completed by the police, and as you can see, the Scorpio in which he committed suicide is currently being towed away, Nishita.
And also we understand that Raghavendra belonged to no ordinary family. He was the son of former DCP Ramaya. So have the family members come to the fore? Any such versions as to why exactly he decided to stage such a dramatic suicide in the middle of the road inside his car, shot himself in the chest?
Well, as you rightly mentioned, yes, he is son of retired DCP Ramaya, and the revolver too that he has used to commit suicide is a service revolver of Ramaya. That's what we are learning. Also, it is said that this was his usual place to get together along with his friend, this road and near the RT Nagar shopping complex, and he has parked his car here around 1:30 as usual. He's asked his driver to give a letter to his father and he sent him away. After that, he's committed this act, and in his death note, he has made it very clear that it's because of the huge debts that he had taken from his friends and others, both in his father's name and in his name, that he had to take this extreme step, Nishita.
And also, are any of the family members on the spot there, Harish?
Well, a bit earlier we had seen a few of the family members and friends who came over here, but now they are headed to the Columbia Asia Hospital, where we understand the body is right now, and it will be taken to the post-mortem. After that, it will be handed over to the family as well.
Right, Harish, stay with us. We'll come back to you for more details. In fact, these are the scenes being witnessed in RT Nagar, even as the car in which Raghavendra had shot himself was stowed away right before our eyes. Raghavendra was the son, in fact, of former DCP Ramaya, and it is said that the huge amount of debt that was on him is what claimed his life, as he could not sustain it anymore and he decided to end it all. And also, Harish, now coming back to you, considering he left behind a death note, not just in the car, but we are also receiving reports that he has written at least 3 to 4 death notes that have been found in his home. We understand that it is a long drawn out plan and that it was not an impulsive act, so he has been thinking about it. Probably help did not arrive on time.
Yes, Nishita, as you rightly mentioned, there was one note in the car which mentioned the numbers of few of his friends. One is Manju, and he asked the police to contact both these numbers. One is the emergency number that he had written. The other numbers was that of Manju, and other letter was given to the driver. And when the police recovered all these letters, that's when they got to know about his death note and the reasons that he has stated. There are different notes. One he has written to his father, the other for the police as well. So as you clearly mentioned, this is something that he has thought about for a long time. Looks like he was facing severe difficulties with repaying of all these debts, and he had made up his mind and has written letter, and we are also told that he had called his mother before committing suicide over here. That's yet to be verified, but definitely he had planned it for a long time, and then he has taken this extreme step, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Harish. Well, we'll get you all the updates in this dramatic case of suicide reported from RT Nagar in Bengaluru, where the son of a former cop shot himself in the chest right in the middle of the road in his car. His body was rushed to Columbia Asia Hospital, but he was declared brought dead. The vehicle has been towed away and the Mahajan report has been prepared. But quite a dramatic and a shocking incident being reported from RT Nagar in the city. It is said that a huge amount of debt had burdened Raghavendra, the man in question. And that is what pushed him to commit suicide. At least that is what is written in the letter that he left behind in the car. But that was not the only letter that was left behind by Raghavendra. There were numerous letters found at home as well. Also, reports say that the gun used for him to shoot himself is the service revolver of his father, who is a former cop. Well, Raghavendra has reportedly written 4 death notes. A note written by him was hidden near the rear view mirror. In the note, there were contact numbers of 2 of his relatives.
ಜಾಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಸರ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ನಂಬಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನನಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ, ನಾನು ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ನಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಬಂತು? ಫೋನ್ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ?
ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ಮಧು ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ನಂಬಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅವರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಲಂಬಿಯಾ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಕೊಲಂಬಿಯಾ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜೀವ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಜೀವ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು?
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಅವರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ಎಂತದ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ?
Well, in fact, that was one of the known persons of Raghavendra, who went on to state that he was a very happy person. He was very joyous. It is quite shocking that he's taken such a step.
ಈ ಥರ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕನಸಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ನೆನೆಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಶಾಕಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಮಗೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬ ಆಘಾತ ನಮಗೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾರಿ ತುಂಬ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ತದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಅಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಡನಾಡಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ತಾನಾಯ್ತು ತನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯ್ತು, ಆ ಥರ ಇರೋ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅವತ್ತು?
ಸೊ ಇವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್?
ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇತ್ತು.
ಸೊ ಇವರು
Well, he was owning a transport business, and they never expected him to take such an extreme step, and they're all shocked with this sort of a step taken by Raghavendra, is what known persons and family friends are stating at the moment. Well, meanwhile, there were 4 death notes that were found.
ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಒಂದು 10 ಜನ ಇರೋರು ಸರ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಅವನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟೈಮು, ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ 1 ವಾರ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ. 1 ವಾರದಿಂದ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ ಇದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಯಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹಿಂಗೇನೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದೆ ಈ ಸ್ಕಾರ್ಪಿಯೋ ಇತ್ತು. ನೋಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಜಾರಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್. ಆ ಥರ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್.
ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಅವರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾದಂತ ಸೂರಿ ಯಾರು ಸರ್? ಈ ಸೂರಿ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು. ಆ ಸೂರಿ ಯಾರು ಸರ್?
ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನು.
ಸೊ ಅವರು ದಿನಚರಿ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್? ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಒಡನಾಟ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು? ಅವರ ದಿನಚರಿಗಳು ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್?
ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋನು ಸರ್. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ನಮಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಈ ತರ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರೋನು. ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೇ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಸರ್.
Meanwhile, Raghavendra has reportedly left behind 4 death notes. A note written by him was hidden near the rearview mirror. In the note, there were contact numbers of 2 of his relatives and his driver as well. Further, there were details of the 4 death notes being given to Raghavendra's driver. Police, during investigations, collected an envelope from Raghavendra's driver in which the death notes were secured.